All right, welcome into NFL Live. You know Dan Graziano, Jeff Darlington, our front office insider. He is Mike Tannenbaum over on the end. We're talking about the NFC East. Most likely team to make a Super Bowl run, because at the end of the day, that's all we care about. Jeff, who is it?
Oh, well, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ within, at least in the division. I mean, I'll go with the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and I think that they still deserve to be placed there. I can't wait to see what Carson Wentz is able to do in this division. Look, I know the Cowboys creeped up on him this past season. I know the Giants are trying to figure themselves out, and the Redskins have Dwayne Haskins. I just feel like the Eagles still deserve the edge based on what they've done in recent years.
Yeah, I was going to go with the Dallas Cowboys, not only to win the division, but to have a long, deep run in the playoffs. Dak Prescott, 32-16 as a starting quarterback. That's the ultimate measurement of how effective a quarterback is. Jeff, I like Philadelphia, but Carson Wentz's durability going back to college, big question mark there. Can he stay healthy?
Sure, huge question mark.
Yeah, I think Dallas is loaded in offense. Having Amari Cooper for a full season, I think they're really intriguing.
Tiebreaker, Dan.
No one's won this division 2 years in a row since the Eagles did it in 03-04. So by that, I think you got to pick the Eagles to win it. But I'm picking the Cowboys to win it because I'm a little nuts. I don't know.
You just contradicted yourself.
Super Bowl run, though, to Jeff's point, we've seen it with the Eagles.
Yeah.
We've seen it with the Eagles. We haven't seen it yet with the Cowboys. So you say who's most likely to make a Super Bowl run? I'm going to say Philadelphia, who's got the coach and the staff and the roster that has the recent pedigree. We haven't seen the Cowboys cash that in yet.
Right.
I agree with Mike that they're capable, but until you do it, you haven't done it.
Tell me when Dwayne Haskins sees his first start for the Washington Redskins.
You know, Jack, to me, that's such a fascinating dynamic. I think for all football fans, we're going to watch that in the fall. If Jay Gruden's making that decision, I'm going with Case Keenum, maybe even Colt McCoy, as long as possible. I want to win as many games, so I'm Dwayne Haskins' coach in 2020. So who's making that decision? If it's the front office, I want to get Haskins on the field, get him the reps, get him the experience. He's the face of the future of this team. So my question is, who's making that decision? And that will give us the answer.
I say week 4. Week 4, unless there's 3-0, right, with one of the other guys.
I just feel like Dan Snyder's going to need to be more patient than we might expect him to be. This is his guy. If Dwayne Haskins goes in there and blows it and he's not ready yet, then Dan Snyder's not going to want to see that either. As much as we're all thinking that Dan Snyder's going to be one applying pressure to get him in the game, I think he's the one who has the most to lose by putting him in too soon.
I feel like every June and July we sit here and we talk about rookie quarterbacks and we say, oh, he needs to wait, he needs to sit, whatever.
Oh,
and they're always playing week 4, right? I mean, Baker Mayfield was supposed to sit behind Tyrod Taylor, and, you know, back Blake Bortles, remember they weren't going to play him.
100%.
You know, last year Carson Wentz was third on the depth chart his rookie year, right? Ends up starting week 1.
But Dan, you know what's an illustrative lesson for us is looking at Patrick Mahomes and Alex Smith a couple years ago. Patrick sits almost the whole season, and when he goes in, he hits the ground running. Right. So to wait sometimes is really what's in their best interest.
I need a thesaurus to hang out with this guy today.
Illustrative.
I mean, this is getting crazy. Go ahead. What do you have?
To all of those points, though, I mean, we're looking at a Redskins team that did a good job at least insulating the quarterback room with a bunch of options.
Absolutely.
Case Keenum being there is a really beneficial thing. Colt McCoy being there helps Dwayne Haskins. I'm with you. I subscribe all the time. The rookie's going to wind up playing. Never believe a general manager says that. All due respect.
No offense.
About that, though. I just think that this is a situation where at least the Redskins are in a good situation.
If you're going to do what the Chiefs did, they started 5-0 that year. They held it all off. If they'd been 1-4, there would have been calls to play Mahomes, and they might have had to check it out.
My question to you guys is, regardless of who the quarterback is, who's protecting them?
Yeah.
Who's the left tackle on opening day for the Redskins?
I still think it's Trent Williams, but I think there are some things to sort out with that situation. He has 2 years left on his contract at about $21 million, so he's underpaid relative to his production and performance. And, of course, he's coming off an offseason where he had a medical issue, and there's been some discussion about whether he's at odds with the team over that. So there's some things to work through, but I think at the end of the day, they can find a way to make him happy, and he probably is there.
Because he's a great player. He's a difference maker.
Yep. NFL Live, Monday through Friday on ESPN.
Everyone, thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.